All right, Teresa, this looks like a fantastic little demonstration we have. What am I going to learn?
So we want to look at the particles and what makes up soil.
Okay, and we have two different types of soil,
We have
right?
two different types, right? So think about what soil is made of. It's made of rocks and water, plant material, and air. Can you catch the air? If we
No.
built all of that stuff together and then add lots and lots of time, like hundreds of years,
Oh, okay.
that's how our soil is made.
Okay. Both kinds of soil are made that way?
Yes, it takes a lot
Okay.
of time.
All right.
But there are different types of soil
Yes.
because they have three different particles. So this represents, we have three different sizes in here. The great big ones are the sand.
Okay.
The little purple ones are the silt.
Okay.
And those little tiny pieces are the clay.
Okay, and those are the different types of particles in this type of soil.
In this type of soil.
Okay, got it.
Yes. So have you ever done clay in art class maybe?
Oh, yes.
So it's really mushy
Yes.
and soft. Okay, so that's going to be
Slimy, kinda.
slimy, right?
Okay.
So that would
And that's
be
clay.
That would be the clay, the little tiny pieces.
Oh, the little tiny ones.
Because
Okay,
those
gotcha.
are going to really mush together.
Okay.
And then when we put all of this together, those small pieces are going to fill in the big pieces, and that makes up our soil. So that would be what we might find in our forest soil.
Oh, I
So if
see.
we look at this, we
And
can
this is just soil that you've gotten
straight
right here
from
in
the
the park.
forest.
Okay,
right in
great.
the park. So we can see we have little bits of
Like roots? Yeah.
We have little seed pieces.
Could I dump some out in my
You
hand a little
can.
bit? Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and black. And some, like you said, roots.
So all of that decaying material, oh, here's even a little piece of a leaf or a seed that's left over. So eventually that will decompose.
All right.
And of course, our insects are going to help a lot with that.
Oh, they eat them up.
They're going to eat it up.
And then what happens?
And then they poop it out, and that makes soil.
Okay. And lots of time.
Lots of time.
Okay. So how long before this leaf becomes part of the soil?
Years, 50
Okay.
to 100 years.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. Okay, so this is soil from the forest.
Right. And then this jar is the forest soil also, but we added some water.
Okay.
And you can see we have all of our smaller particles that sunk to the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
We can even see that water. And then the smaller humus layer, all those little bits of leaves and
So
stuff.
these at the top have not quite decomposed
Correct.
yet, and they just float at the top.
Right.
So after lots and lots of time, 50 to 100 years or more, what happens?
They would become like the particles down on the bottom.
Okay, that's really cool. So that's forest
That's
soil.
the forest.
All right, and I know this park has another type of very special soil,
Yes, the
that what this is?
loess soil.
loess soil. Okay.
So with our loess soil, instead of having 3 particles, it's going to have 1.
Oh.
It is just going to have the silt.
Silt. Okay.
And they're kind of flat and stick together.
Okay, so even these little sequins take on the shape of the particles in the loess soil.
Correct.
Okay. Should we take a look?
We sure can.
Okay.
So let's dump some out. And we have a little sample here too that we took
Oh.
right out of the ground.
Look at that.
And then if
Yep.
you want
I
to pour
love-
that.
It's so soft. Even these hard pieces, break down into like powder almost.
So it feels like, almost feels like flour that you bake with. It's called sugar clay because when it gets wet, it just kind of melts away down a hillside.
Okay. I love that.
And then when we added water to the loess soil, it didn't really separate. It just made kind of a mud pack.
Well, that makes sense to me because they're all the same size of particles. So the water would get in there in even distribution throughout all of the evenly sized particles.
Correct.
Okay. That's a lot different.
What makes Stone State Park unique is the hills of this soil that we find here.
The loess soil. And both of these types of soil, lots of types of soil, are found everywhere. What type of soil is in your neighborhood?
Funding for Find Iowa has been provided by the following supporters: